You're not purple. And 2, you're a carpetbagger.
Oh, did I hear a hard R on that carpetbagger?
You're a carpetbagger.
But the knife is sharp. You better watch that you don't cut your hands. And they covered up the sun until the birds have flown away, and the fishes in the sea have gone to sleep.
Okay, so here we have Keek. So here we have Keek. He's cuckoo for Kiki Pops. Okay, so here we have Keek. And he's pulling some strings. One of those strings is Mario Cuomo. He's been on the show before. Now he's running for Congress, so he rings him up. He's like, hey, buddy.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
Hook a brother up. Let me get some exposure. Let me paint a nice picture of myself. But Mario ain't playing that. He actually comes at him with some hard questions and some pushback, which I like. A fair interview. The guy has my respect.
You're not from there.
Yep.
Overcome them.
So first of all, I'm going to prove that this mythology that progressives can't win in purple districts is totally wrong. We represent the voters way better. So for example,
This is just bluster. It's a lie. This is something he tells himself. He's like, we're on the right side. He's so convinced. He's so deeply in his bubble that he doesn't realize he just doesn't poll. People don't agree with him. They don't like him. They don't like his brand, his personality, anything about him.
strong progressives run uncorrupted. So I'm going to run against bribery. All the corporate campaign contributions are bribes.
So here is his assertion that he is not corrupt, but everyone else is corrupt. And the evidence of this, apparently it's just if you receive money. If you receive money, it's a bribe. That means you're corrupt. Now, Cenk receives money from both people and corporations, but somehow that doesn't apply to him. Why? Well, see point A. He said he wasn't corrupt. So this is the circular logic. It means nothing. He has no point. He looks repellent and he smells like shit. Go ahead.
That's what they are. And you know what? Democrats know that, but Republicans know that as well. That's part of the reason that Trump won. He said, drain the swamp.
Yeah, you're really going to get the Republican votes of California. Are you dumb? Are you deluded? Give up.
People hate the corruption, and progressives are clearly against corruption. When the Nancy Pelosi's of the world say, no, and we've got to run as corporate Democrats in purple districts, who are they trying to appeal to?
Sane people, moderate people, centrist people, independent people, disaffected Republicans.
Dude, the people in 25th District don't want big corporations running them. They've been screwed by
What
that.
about the you're not us?
Yes, so I'm going to move to the district, and it's a fair point. Hey,
I'm gonna move to the district. Anyone want to place bets that he never moves to the district? He said, I'm gonna move. He has been in the same house for years. His wife has a job out there. He has a job out there. Kids go to school out there. You can't just move. What is he gonna sell his house? Buy a new place? Rent a place? What do you mean you're moving to the district? How long do you think that process takes? We're voting in March. I guarantee you he doesn't move to the district. He's a goddamn carpetbagger.
hey, they say you got to come here to represent me. That's right. My wife's a saint. She's
No, your wife has Stockholm Syndrome.
got a job near where we live now, but she said, yes, we're willing to move. So I can't wait to go there. It's a wonderful community. I've been all over the district. I love it. Can't wait to move. And you have to think about it this way, Chris. Who do you want?
Not you.
Someone that is going to move in a couple of months and agrees with you completely, or someone who doesn't agree with you at all and happens to be there right now?
Who was that for? Was he talking to a far-left progressive in that district? Well, yeah, you're probably going to get that person's vote. But the problem is, Cenk, and just so you know, you're not here to preach to the choir. You're trying to attain new votes. You're not from the region. You're exploiting this opportunity. You're in this for yourself and your own personal glory. Everyone knows it. Sit down, shut up, and go home.
All right, let's see if you can sell the people. Now there's going to be character analysis. You're not a commentator anymore. You're a candidate. You've written things in the past that were ugly.
He is ugly.
You've said they were insensitive and stupid.
He is stupid.
People say, nah, you're doing it out of convenience now. You said misogynistic things. You want to run as a far left candidate. They want to protect women's empowerment. You are the enemy.
So first of all, I wrote that stuff 19 years ago.
Oh, so long in the past, and yet we talk about slavery every other day. You know, you're the same guy. You can't run from your record. You can't run from yourself. As if the only insensitive, misogynistic thing you said was 15 years ago. No, I don't think that's going to flesh out. No, incorrect. You're a pig ignorant shit for brains, and you've stepped in it one too many times. You know how people talk about the permanent record and people fear it and respect it? Yeah, yours is littered with cringy, disqualifying comments. You can't run from it. It will be brought up time and time again. You're going down.
I deleted it 15 years ago, not because I got caught or because I thought somebody was going to find it. I deleted it because I didn't believe it anymore.
No, you deleted it because you didn't want to get caught. It was an obscure blog. No one read it. You were worried because, ooh, now that my show is getting a little more popular, I gotta distance myself from myself. You say absurd things, you think absurd things, this pattern repeats, it speaks to your character, these are not one-off situations, this is the nature of who you are. That's why we don't like you, that's why you should go away.
So I'm not one of those guys who found Jesus on the way to, oh my God, I got caught. No. I said, this is not me. I was trying to be a stupid, politically incorrect Republican. So I wrote these things that I knew were offensive. And so when I saw it with my eyes again, I was like, no, I'm getting rid of these. The right wing, the alt-right found them and surfaced them 2 years ago. Now, a lot of the Democrats who are part of the Democratic machine go, hey, I like that right-wing tactic. Let me resurface that.
The right-wing tactic of repeating what you said? That's not a right-wing tactic. That's the truth about what you said, you ape. I love how you tried to demonize the people on the right. What was their problem? What was the tactic that they used? It was just to put a mirror up to you. Oh, those dirty Republicans, they held a mirror to my fat face.
Progressives, they have zero appetite for a man saying anything about women being inherently inferior.
Well, Cenk knows nothing about zero appetite.
As well they should, because that is totally wrong. The question isn't whether I said that. The question is, did I disavow it? And did I disavow it now that I'm running for office? Hell no, 15 years ago.
Oh, well then join the club. You disavow yourself, we disavow you as well. Unity at last.
Chris, I've been on the air now 18 years with the Young Turks. And would anybody argue that I'm not progressive enough? No, I've fought for women's rights, minority rights.
How about majority rights? Do those matter? No? Okay. Yeah, that's why we hate you. I mean, the guy goes, I'm a progressive. Let me just tell you how progressive I am. You're explaining to us why we're not going to vote for you.
Every kind of person you could find, I have fought for. That's why all of the top progressives back me. And it's because I've proven it. Would millions of progressives across the country, including millions of women, support me if I was that guy? No.
They don't know who that guy was. Those millions of people don't know the true you. Because you run and hide from it, and you try to bury the evidence. You take part in cover-ups like you did with Gavin Long. Gavin Long? Anyone want to talk about Gavin Long? Say his name now.
No, they support me because I'm a firebrand on the side of the left, on the side of rights for all of those folks.
Questions will come. You'll have to address them. I hear your argument here. The audience does as well. The other big stick, the name of your show, The Young Turks.
Oopsie.
There is a suggestion that until very recently, you didn't believe in the Armenian genocide, and that it's not a good faith historical thing, it's a bias. Yeah. And that the name of the show suggests where you are on it. Yeah.
Yes, for anyone who's not in the know about this, the Young Turks are the group that committed the Armenian genocide. So it's like having a talk show, calling it The Nazis, or The Nazi Youth, and then also being a Holocaust denier. What are the odds of that?
And that you are basically ignoring genocide.
No, absolutely false. So is it true that I was wrong about that again earlier in my life? Yes, I wrote a college paper.
Up until 2016.
Not a paper, but an editorial about that. I have disavowed that over and over again, not just now, for year upon year upon year.
No, year upon year, you never mentioned the Armenian genocide. Year upon year upon year. Let me just hammer home the point. The guy wasn't just a private citizen who denied the Armenian genocide, which would be embarrassing and shameful. He went out of his way to publish propaganda telling you, the reader, the public at large, to also join him in his Armenian genocide denial. Cenk, for no other reason, you could be the second coming of Christ. That alone should prohibit you from ever sniffing office.
So it's just not true that it's recent at all.
Dude, up until 2016, you were denying this.
And so why did I believe that when I was younger? Because I grew up Turkish and I only heard one side of the story.
Why didn't you change the name of the show?
So the name of the show has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Of course it is. He didn't change the name because of his ego. Because this is his brand, and to change is gonna hurt me and my shine, and I'm Turkish and raw. Yeah. That's why. And because he was an Armenian genocide denier until 2016. Until he finally had to give way. And even now, to this day, he would tell you, like, I don't know about if it's a genocide. He's doing it strictly because he knows it's a losing issue. In his heart of hearts, he doesn't think the Turks are guilty the way they say they are.
But my two co-founders are Jewish.
What does that have to do with a single thing on this planet? My two co-founders are Jewish? So what? Oh, okay, so I named my company after the people that committed the Armenian genocide, and I deny the Armenian genocide, but Jews? but I know a Jew, and therefore I'm not an anti-Semite, so...
When we got together, they weren't Turkish at all.
That speaks to your ego again. You started a rinky-dink company in a basement, you called it the Young Turks, and the Jews caved to you because of your braggadocious ego. And by the way, those two Jews don't deny the Armenian genocide, only you did.
Young Turks, the literal definition in the dictionary is young progressives looking to overthrow the established system.
Yeah, forget the connotations, just go with the one definition I want you to go with.
You Google the Young Turks, you're going to get a history of that term. It's like why now Trump and his guys want to call themselves nationalists. When you look at how nationalism has been used, very ugly.
Wait,
Young
Chris,
Turks was used back in
wait.
Turkey
Are you saying
as-
that Rod Stewart? Are you saying that Rod Stewart called the song "Young Turks" because he was an ode to the Armenian genocide? Of course not.
Talk about a red herring. This is a Rod herring. Rod Stewart named a song The Young Turks. So fucking what? Watch Mario school him on this. So Rod Stewart called a song The Young Turks, and he wasn't saying that the Armenian genocide didn't happen. So therefore I'm not, even though you did.
When Michael Ovitz did it at CAA, of course not.
Why did you
And
do it as someone who was saying the Armenian genocide wasn't real?
No.
Oh! It was at that moment he knew he fucked up.
No, but as I explained, I already disavowed that. It had absolutely nothing to do with that.
No, you didn't already disavow it. You haven't disavowed it until 2016. And it was in a half-assed manner that is way too little and way too late. Party over. It's like David Duke. David Duke disavows the KKK today. Does anyone care? No, it's pretty much over for him.
So it was about literal definition. Young progressives looking to overthrow the established system.
Again, the bubble. You wish it only meant that. Are you kidding me? The Young Turks are the group that committed the Armenian genocide, the same genocide you denied. Oh, it's embarrassing.
Now you know our show a little bit.
I know it a lot.
So isn't that nearly a perfect description of what we are?
Absolutely.
No, it's a fucking train wreck of amateur nobodies who like to hear their own voice and parade in front of a camera pretending to be the news.
So there you go. That's why we named it.
But I'm saying there's a convenience out of it now that's going to be criticized. You're a candidate. You got to answer for it.
But Chris,
Was I calling him Mario? I guess it's his son.
all of these things, look, I don't come as the accused, I come as the accuser.
Oh, really? Because I still view you as the accused, and I am accusing you. I'm the accuser, Keek. Wouldn't it be great if you could just, can we change the topic and let me talk about why other people are bad? No, we're here to judge you, fat boy. You're the one saying that we should pay you money from the state to represent us. You're on trial here, not anyone else, you bitch.
Because all of these are distractions from the issues. They don't want to talk about Medicare for all because I'm the only person in the race that's for Medicare for all.
Do you hear how quick and rapid and desperate he sounds? I mean, it's just a batshit rate of speed at which he's trying to think and talk. Cenk, it is like fat brown nails on a chalkboard, man. Slow it down.
They don't want to talk about the corruption because they take giant corporate PAC money. My Democratic opponent, you know what our average contribution this year has been so far? $2,700.
Oh my God! Well, Cenk, you just asked for $1 million. Hey, Cenk, Katzenberg gave you $20 million. What's bigger, 2,600 or 20 million?
My average contribution is $28. She's got about 130 or so people that contributed to her or organizations.
So this is just the most limp dick thing ever. He's saying, Christy Smith, my opponent, she's corrupt. Why? Because she got money from people. Okay, you have money from people. Yeah, but it's less. No, dude, nobody is impressed with this line of thinking. There's no evidence that there's any bribe, that there's any corruption at all. It's a general smear. Can he point to, hey, here's where the NRA gave Christy Smith money? Never happened. Well, here's one where Big Oil gave her money and she voted for this on that. No, it didn't happen. Do you know why he's not going into detail like that? Because he has nothing here. He has fucking nothing. So instead, all he says is, well, money exchanged hands, therefore corruption, therefore I'm the one. I'm the chosen one. Come with me, I'm squeaky clean.
Only 22 of them appear to be real people. I've got 13,000 real people.
Oh my God. Was that a secondary puberty you just went through?
I've got 13,000 real people who
I saw the
contributed to me.
numbers. I'm not questioning them. I'm just saying you're going to put yourself out there. You're going to have to answer for all of it. And that's why I asked you the questions.
All right.
I'll continue to.
He might have an aneurysm before the election. God, look at that fucking bust. I mean, that profile with the... He's shaped like a teapot. His torso. Look at his torso.
Do so.
Cenk2020.com. Okay, we're going to win this race, and we're going to show that progressives are super strong.
Super duper strong. Look at him. I love it. The bravado, the faux exhibit of strength. We're going to win this race. We're super duper. Come on, guys. Let's rally together. Cenk 2020. Oh, I got to go over his website. I'll do that in the future. It's changing all the time. So they're tweaking it here and there, but it's pretty comical.
Of course!
Okay, do it again. Do the flex again, dude. Flex him out. Give it to him. Hell
Well,
yeah.
you know, okay, first of all, sure you got this. My biceps, okay.
I tell him all the time that you're
Dude,
like,
look at this tricep. Okay, this tricep, like, I max out on the tricep machines, and people don't believe it.
okay, listen. I've said this before. I've told them before that you're like dense, okay?
I am dense in a lot of ways.
You look like, you might look kind of chunky, but you're dense. Like this is like, look at this. This is not like belly fat. It's weird. I don't know what happened.
It's also belly fat.
There's some belly fat too,
Let's be
but
honest.
there's some belly fat too, but it's weird. It's like,
I'm thick.
yeah, you can do 225s. You can rep 225s
Oh, yeah.
on the bench press. Like you're built.
Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Built like a mini fridge.
I'm almost as strong as Cenk2020.com.
God damn it, dude. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna let you get away with this, dude.
No.
We're gonna have an actual interview where I will ask you some tough questions. Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna ask you some tough questions about what do you plan to do for CA25. But
right,
for the
we're-
time being, all right, everybody.
We gotta go, guys. Not a big deal.
Stop. All right, I'm stopping the recording. All right.
And we could win anywhere because everyone hates the bribery and everyone can't stand that corporations have taken over our government. I'm going to fight for those folks in that district, and we're going to win together.
And you are welcome to make the case here, as always.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, God. This is going to be a roller coaster. This is going to be a fun one. He's all in. He's put his money where his mouth is. We're going to see. It's going to be a short, compact, and yet hysterically funny ride, and things might get interesting. Trust me, I've been looking for polling, and there is none. I don't know if there will be some, but if there is, I'll find it, I'll report it to you, because that might change the trajectory of how he runs the campaign. If he comes out and he's ahead in the polls, he'll just keep doing what he's doing. If he's down in the polls, he's going to go harder against Christy Smith. And by the way, people are talking about splitting the vote on the Democratic side, which he will, and maybe the Republican will get in. I'm not too worried about that because it's going to be the top two going to a runoff. So you just have to be in the top two. So it's likely that the Republican will be one of those. And the other, it's going to be straight up between Christy Smith and Cenk Uygur. So buckle up, guys. This is it. This is for real. I'm going to need your help. So stay tuned. Follow Christy Smith. Back this woman up. The former Congresswoman Katie Hill just backed her up again. Look at this tweet. Bingo, she wants her, we want her. She's the mother we should have had, we never had. But we can have, as a surrogate, as our Congresswoman. Fuck Keek. Fuck progressives. Fuck the far left. And let's fight to have sane people represent us. Bye now.
And they covered up the sun until the birds have flown away, and the fishes in the sea have gone to sleep.
Using sperm.
And they covered up the sun until the birds have flown away, and the fishes in the sea have gone to sleep. And they
If you like this channel, you can sign up to donate monthly on Patreon, PayPal, or Subscribestar. And as usual, the links are in the description. Thanks very much. Maybe talk to you later. Cheerio!